Hello everyone, so we are going to have a focus on the hips this morning. We are going to do some gentle stretches and some flow movements that are really going to work into the hip flexors, open out the hips, release any stress or tension that you may be feeling at this moment. So let's start by coming to lie down on our mats. We're going to bring the knees in and then find yourself comfortably placed in the centre of your mat and slowly lower down. Let's start by taking the legs down the mat and just extend the arms up and behind you. Point the toes, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Slowly bend the knees and bring the arms down by your side. So palms can face upwards. You may wish at the moment to have them resting on your stomach. It's entirely up to you. We're going to start by dropping the knees over to the left and to the right side. So dropping them down as far as they can go. Obviously just be aware of anything that's around you. Making sure you have enough space. Perfect. And we're then going to hug the knees in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers around the shins, draw the knees in, maybe rock from side to side. You may wish to take the knees in a clockwise or an anti-clockwise direction. Perfect. And then we're going to keep the left knee in. So keep the fingers resting on the shin and draw the left knee in as you begin to extend the right leg. Okay, so you can either hover the leg or you can place it down on the floor, it's up to you. But do make sure that the right leg is engaged, that you're not letting it just relax and flop over to the side. So really keep that foot flexed as well as the left. If you wish, you may want to bring the forehead up towards the knee, it's up to you. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we switch legs. Now it's going to slightly work into the core as well. So you may want the challenge of not putting your legs on the floor at any point, or you may wish to keep them resting between each one. We have one more on each side. So make sure as well you're always not holding your breath, you're always breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Don't hold your breath in the position. And release. Again, take the arms above the head, just bring the knees up towards the ceiling, deep breath in. As you breathe out this time, bring the knees in, bring the hands to the insides of the shins and start to draw the feet together. So kind of coming into a butterfly position, soles of the feet together, knees come out to the side. Bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. We're going to cross right leg over left. Now, if it's within your practice to do eagle pose, where you loop the foot around the back of the supporting leg, you can do that as well, or you can keep them unhooked. It's entirely up to you. We're then going to drop the knees over to the left-hand side. Take your gaze over to your right shoulder. So you're feeling a gentle twist through the spine, and we come back to center. Let's unhook the legs and we cross left over right. There we go. Hook the foot under if you want to and drop the knee over to the right. Take the gaze to the left shoulder. Return back to center, unhook the legs, bring the soles of the feet to your mat. We're going to come into happy baby. We're going to do this gradually. We're going to bring left knee in. Take your two-piece fingers on your left hand around your big toe, draw the knee in, and then begin to take the foot up to the ceiling. So as you can see that I'm trying to draw my knee in towards my shoulder and into my armpit here, but I'm making sure my back and my spine is completely making contact with the mat. As I'm bringing that knee in, I'm going to be working into the hip flexors. If it's too much here, keeping the foot the sole of the foot to the ceiling, you can bring the foot down a little bit more. So just bringing one knee in at a time. And release. Let's go on to the other side. 2-piece fingers around the right big toe with the right hand. Take the foot up to the ceiling. Again, we're drawing that knee in towards the armpit. We're making sure the entire spine is on the mat. So what I mean by that is in a second, when we bring both feet up, as we're aware of our spine and our back, making sure we're keeping our spine making contact at all times, we're going to take your left foot up and ensure, again, we're not lifting up. So you can see here I'm coming up onto my back. What I'm going to try and do is keep my spine making contact with the mat at all times and draw the knees in. As I say, if this is too much for you being here in Happy Baby in this full position, bring the feet slightly down. Deep breaths in and out. Slowly release the feet back down to the mat and just hug the knees in. Perfect. Let's bring the knees in, rock forwards and backwards along the spine, and slowly come up to a seated position. So whilst we're here, we're just going to make sure we're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back. Perfect. Let's lift the arms up, breathing in. Breathe out. We're going to cross right arm to left thigh, left hand behind us. Take the gaze to the back shoulder. So you're looking towards the back of your mat. Again, if you're sort of becoming aware of your spine, that you're actually rounding here and you're collapsing a little bit, what you need to do is come back to center, push the chest forwards, or maybe sit on a cushion or a block. That will help to tilt the pelvis under slightly, give you a little bit of extra height to ensure you're not collapsing through the spine. And then release, lifting up. And we're twisting the other way, so we're taking the right hand behind us, left to the thigh, come into a twist. Again, gaze is going to the back of your mat. Make sure you're not collapsing through the spine. And release. Perfect. Take the shoulders forwards and back. Lovely. So we're going to come up onto a tabletop position. So make sure again you're bringing yourself so you're central on your mat. Make sure your knees are underneath your hips. Wrists are underneath shoulders, fingertips are facing forwards. Gaze forwards as you start to drop the stomach down. Gaze up to the ceiling, coming into cow. Stretching through the throat, opening out the chest and the heart. Exhale, round the spine, draw the chin in towards the chest and separate the shoulder blades. Really try and create space between the shoulder blades here as we're into our cat position. And we've got one more of each, then coming back into cow. Deep breath in, breathe out into cat. Come back to center, tuck the toes under. We're going to push back into downward dog. Now, as we're coming into downward dog, we're going to push the hips up, and I'm going to keep my knees bent to start with. In my classes, I always say about the importance of making sure the spine is as lengthened and as extended as possible. Bringing your heels to the floor will be working on flexibility, and sometimes you just need to just stretch out the spine, and so it doesn't matter if your knees are bent in downward dog. So take a couple of deep breaths in and out here. And then we're going to bend and straighten and pedal through the feet now. So we're working through the ankle joints, through the toes, as we're slowly bringing heel down at a time. Then we're going to lift the right leg. Now just be careful of anything behind you. So like me at the moment, I'm a bit too far back to lift it up straight, but ensure that your left heel starts coming down to the floor and you extend up with the right leg. Draw that right knee in towards you. Now look forwards. Look to where you want to place your hands and then bring the knee in, step the foot through in between the hands. Take the gaze forwards. Let's drop the back knee and untuck the toes. Perfect. Let's bring the hands to the thigh. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale. Start to peel back. You're going to stretch out the front leg. So you're feeling a gentle stretch through the hamstring and through the back of the knee. Your hands can come down to the floor, fingertips touching your mat. Make sure the right foot is flexed, gaze forwards, and then we're going to come forwards again, breathing in. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, take the arms back. Start to straighten the front leg, flex the right foot, gaze forwards. Inhale again, coming forwards, bringing the arms up. This time we're going to bring the hands to heart center and we're going to twist. Left arm comes across to right thigh. Press into the hands, take the gaze to the back shoulder. Perfect. Return back to center. Hands to the heart. Lift up, extend. Breathe out. Again, pushing the glutes back, arms come back. Round, flex the front foot. We're going to come forwards. Now this time we're going to tuck the back toe under. We're going to lift up into Crescent Lunge. So we're going to make sure front knee is over ankle. Back toes are tucked. Find your balance. Lift the back knee. Really push through the front foot as you rise up to your Crescent Lunge. So back leg is straight. Squeeze the glutes. Back heel is lifted, front knee is over ankle. From here, we're going to bring the elbows in and lean forwards. So leaning over the leg, we're not putting the weight of our chest onto our thigh. Squeeze as you push back up into Crescent Lunge. Exhale, bring the hands back down, frame the front foot. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. Walk the foot out to the side of your mat to come into lizard pose. Now, in lizard, make sure your front knee is over ankle. Sink the hips down slightly. Gaze forwards. Option is to stay either up on your hands or you can come down to your forearms. It is up to you. Now I'm going to stay up on my hands at the moment. Breathing into this stretch. Now lizard pose might not be your favourite pose, or it might be something you find really comfortable. It's a great hip opener. But do make sure you're always breathing into the stretch. Let's walk the foot to the centre. And again, we're going to peel back, straightening the front leg. Let's bring the weight forwards again. Place the hands either side of the foot. Lift the back knee. Step all the way back into your downward dog. Bend and straighten one knee at a time again. Push the hips up. Perfect. We're going to lift the left leg. Draw the knee in, step the foot through. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Into our low lunge, make sure front knee is over ankle. Inhale, arms up to thigh. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Perfect. We're then going to bring the glutes back, take the hands down, flex the left foot. Perfect. We're then coming forwards. Inhale the arms up. Gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, push the glutes back. Arms come back, flex the left foot. Hands can come down to the floor. But again, we're still lifting up from the chest. Let's come forwards again. Lift up. Hands come to heart center and we're twisting. So right arm is coming across to left thigh. Press into the hands, take the gaze across and back. So looking towards that elbow, press into the hands. When you're ready, return back to center. Lift up, breathe in. Breathe out, we're pushing back. Inhale, come forwards. Lift the arms up. Let's tuck the toes under. We're going straight into our crescent lunge. So push up, find your balance. Crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the arms in. Lean forwards. Inhale, we come back up. Exhale, lean arms in, elbows in, lean forwards. Bring the hands down, frame the front foot, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Bring the hands to the inside, walk the foot out to this 45-degree angle on your mat. Sink the hips, very gradually. Option to come down to your forearms if you wish. Be aware of your front knee over ankle. Remember to keep breathing into the stretches. Gradually come back up, walk the foot in, peel back, flex the foot. Lovely, come forwards, sit onto your left side, drop the hips down, bring your left foot in and then bring your right foot in to come across. So from here we're going to make sure that we've got right leg over left leg. Now you can, if you want to, bring that right foot all the way around to come into our cow face legs. However, if you can't, and you can't stack the knees, because it is quite a deep stretch and it is quite a bit of a bend through the knee, we're just going to bring the foot up. Gaze forwards, deep breaths in and out. Slowly release the right foot, place the left foot down, right foot comes under, left foot crosses over. Again, just a couple of breaths, either in the cow face legs, knees stacked, sitting up tall, or have the foot to the side. And release. Cross the legs, sit up nice and tall.